finals of the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. The ball on the tee. We're set for football, and we are underway from Atlanta. Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost.
Nigga Reggie Bullock not missing.
Yeah, the nigga's on fire. Nigga hit like 4 or 5 threes already.
Yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll look underneath here for Love. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got Pruitt. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And get a 32 that time.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They're so inefficient.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The Falcons at 1-15 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels, because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down
It's
in the
harder than a
backfield.
fucking jag,
Let's
boy.
get the call. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. There he goes, left side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. But just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end this series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read. It has certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. If there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The kick is good.
Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 14-0.
Falcons, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Falcons take over first down 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that hole right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded like a five-year-old, this is the NFL.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He completes it to Evans.
This one went back to number 2, Kyrie.
Bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They pulled that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a bit shallower than normal as he ripped straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Man, niggas up to hell. What is shit?
Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Brady on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Succop's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken.
He on pace with 7 picks in the first half.
16-yard line.
Oh, the dude playing?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last. And
Look at it.
Another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And it's a pick 6.
So, nigga said he's on path for 7, make that 8.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4.
So listen, John, when y'all see the score, I don't want nobody in the comments or in the chat talking about I ran the score up and shit like that.
And it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance.
Cause you watching, you seeing what's going on here.
Watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards.
Pass interference.
And the Falcons are going to take possession.
I jumped the route before him.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers...
Nah. Don't be watching my defense, son.
They like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can
Got
get these
PH?
types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles do continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, this will be incomplete.
He definitely dropping back far, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Instead, it's 4th down.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And the Buccaneers are going to get
Damn, Jaquiski, you could have just let that fall on the incomplete, bro. Team being hungry now.
There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From midfield, here's Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Come on,
so possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point up and good by Succop. And a rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Isabella now from his end zone.
Can I get a fumble?
This to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Sheesh.
Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis operating. Go ahead and set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
I gotta get my tight end some touches.
Set to begin their next possession.
Oh, shit.
What happens? They start playing bad?
Nah, I just need the stats to get a little bit better. Yeah, I feel like, man.
It's intercepted.
He did that stupid shit, and I threw a fucking pick.
Possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Don't worry, John. I plan on passing him.
Now, second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Ready. Green jack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal.
At their own 5-yard line.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. This shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the 18. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. To throw again on second down. Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Brady. Flushed out right. He'll get that to Fournette, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and 1 from the 2. To throw, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneers.
Looks like you're good, John. I ain't gonna get you.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Finding space at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Come on, it's there.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that one
This motherfucker dropped it.
A deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Bucks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Caught by Jones. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now a dump off here complete, and they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Pressure brought
Through the ball,
man.
Arnold
Ebiketie able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. They're going to look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Play action. Now it's Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope will get to the perimeter.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. That one good for 37 yards.
That ball was not for him, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. That throw by Brady, incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Brady going to look to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On play action, it's Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
complete right side to Otten. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And
I
that's
feel
been a
like
real
shit
issue
that
for them in
guy.
this
He
game.
just ain't shit.
Charles, a lot of happy faces.
My offense
you
couldn't
had
do
fucking-
nothing.
This one ends, and understandably so.
Yeah,
Not
but
only did
that
they
happens
get
in
the
real
win, but boy,
football.
their offense was on fire in this
Like,
game.
motherfuckers is just
Especially
dropping
even to
passes.
the even to the good teams, that happens once in a while.